Hello and welcome. And at the moment, if we click on the settings, you will notice that we cannot add any further trains. So the whole point of having a block brake system is so that we can run more than one train on the roller coaster. So if we turn off our roller coaster and install a second a minute to load, so we remove the brake run, install block brakes and build. We are now able to have two trains on our roller coaster. The whole point of having a block brake is so that the train can only run through one section of the track at one time. So now this roller coaster has one block brake, one station, and one hill lift. So it currently has 3 blocks. What we can also do is trim the speed if the next block is clear, so it operates as a brake if it's not blocking out the section of track. So we'll install that because we would like to slow the coaster down to 10 before it enters the station. Now we'll put that into test mode. So we have a train at the block brake and one at the station. So we've got it in test mode. We will allow the first train to leave the station, so it will wait for a minimum time of 10 seconds before it leaves. Now that it's left the station, the next train will not move forward until that block is clear. So once this train here has left the station, free to move into the station. Now you will find that this section here from the front of the station to the top of the chain lift counts as one section of track. So even though the minimum waiting time is set for 10, this train cannot leave the station until it has left that section of track. So it's just leaving that section of track, and then this one, it frees the section of track, and now this train is free to be on that section of track. Now if we speed up the hill lift to get the train to the top before this train leaves this block brake, if that gets to the top section of track, it will not proceed onto this section of track that this train is now occupying until it has left. So it will stop at the top of the brake. Now, since this interferes with the flow of the coaster, I strongly suggest that you change the minimum waiting time or the speed of the chain lift so it will be free flowing, so this train will not get to the top of the hill lift until this train is out of that section of track. So this train has gone over the block brake now. It has left the block brake into the station. So now this train will be allowed to proceed over the hill lift without stopping. If we wanted to put a third train on the track, as many coasters do, I can change this section of track from its current form of a brake to a block brake, And then it is now possible to add a third train to the track. So with the third train on the track, this is probably not a good situation because this train will not have enough speed, or may not have enough speed, to complete the track. So now that will stop at that block break and will not proceed forward until the next train has left the station. Now this is a great way of increasing capacity of your roller coaster. There must always be one block free at one time. Now you'd notice that this train is still running at full speed because I have not told this block section to slow down the ride. You can change that by clicking this button here. 10's a bit slow, maybe we'll make it 20 or 25 through there. So when the train passes through it, it will brake it to an appropriate speed for that helix if that block is free and it can proceed through. So it has slowed down the train but not slowed it all the way down to 10. And this train can proceed through because there's no train in the other section of track. Both the trains are in this section of track. Now, of course, this operates as a safety mechanism. So if I increase this minimum wait time, so the next train will not leave the station for 90 seconds, you will find that all three trains will be stacked behind the blocks, which affects excitement of the ride because it's no longer free flowing, and this train will stop at that section of track until the block is free. I hope this explains everything that we need to know about block sections. Just one more thing I would like to show you. For some reason, some of the coasters in the game, when you first turn them on, even though this is an inverted coaster with a station, a block brake and a hill lift with two trains. However, when you first turn it on, it will start the train at the top of the first hill lift. For some reason in the game, inverted coasters do this by stacking them forward and not stacking the trains back.